Dear student, today we are going to discuss objectivity in social sciences because a major obstacle in the way of scientific method is the objectivity. In natural sciences, researcher keeps objectivity because he has no relationship with the object. But in social sciences, many times this creates a problem for a researcher to keep unbiased attitude, idea or feeling about the object. Hence, there is a problem of objectivity. In research, two important things are there. One is subjectivity and another is objectivity. Today we are going to discuss the objectivity, particularly in social sciences. First we discuss about the meaning and definition of objectivity and also subjectivity, and then importance of objectivity particularly in social sciences, and then how we keep or achieve objectivity in social sciences. The main objective of every science, whether that may be a physical sciences or natural sciences or social sciences, is to acquire accurate knowledge, to find out reality, to reach the truth. For this, it is necessary that the facts be ascertained in the form in which they actually exist. Objectivity study is to accept an event in the exact form in which they occurs. On the contrary, where the researcher perceives any incidents according to his thoughts, feeling, prejudices, imagination, personal biases, etc., it is called a subjectivity or subjective study. It means if we attach ourselves with the subject, with the object, and according to our ideas or feelings, we analyze the things, that is known as the subjectivity. Scientific or objective studies are not person oriented but fact oriented. These facts depend on actual observation, experiment and analysis. Since science is a medium of discovering truth, emphasizes on objective studies, but achieving objectivity in the study of events or facts is not as easy as it is generally thought. The reason for this is that the researcher himself is a part of some society, group, event or problem which he is studying. Naturally, he associated with the group, associated with the society or community, hence they have their own ideas or emotions or feelings about the object. Therefore, there is a possibility of personal bias being included in the study. Moreover, respondents also express different reactions regarding the same incidents or similar facts because each has his own way of thinking and acting, which is related to his personality. According to his or her personality, he analyzes the facts or events in the society. In such a situation, they give different information regarding the same problem or incidents. There is a lot of possibility of personal bias in this. The reason for this is the belief that a person studies the present through the eyes of his past as an observer. Hence, it is clear that scientific study is necessary to reach the truth, and achieving objectivity is very important for scientific study, and it is most important in the field of social sciences also. It is easy to achieve objectivity in natural sciences because their subject matter is such that the thoughts, feelings, etc. of the researcher cannot influence it. His bias or partiality does not affect the results of the study. On the contrary, it is very difficult to adopt an objective approach in the study of social events in social sciences, that is, to observe, test and analyze in a neutral manner. Although social events are complex, abstract and changeable, despite all these, the researcher can study them by adopting an objective approach. For this, it is necessary that the study be completely free from personal bias and prejudices. Max Weber says that if sociology is to be established as a science, then we will have to move forward by adopting an objective approach in the social sciences similar to the natural sciences. For this, a neutral approach will have to be adopted, completely free from personal thoughts, attitudes, assumptions, imaginations, prejudices, values, etc. Only by doing this will we be able to study social events in their actual form. That is, we keep and maintain objectivity in social sciences also. Here we discuss about the definition and meaning of objectivity. Objectivity is observation, collection of facts in their actual form, how they appear, and we collect and we observe the facts in the same situation, that is known as objectivity. Objectivity is seeing social events in their true form and expressing them in the same form. It means that where the researcher, being free from his own thoughts, feelings, attitudes, values, prejudices, etc., closely observes the event, compiles facts and draws conclusion based on them, then we can say that there is objectivity in the study. We keep away from his own thought and ideas and values and prejudices, then and then only we can keep objectivity. Whether the findings obtained on the basis of study are good or bad, appropriate or inappropriate, pleasing to the mind or painful, the researcher presents them in the same form in which they are. He neither adds anything from his side nor subtract anything from them nor hides anything. We present in the actual form is objectivity. He searches for the truth and reveals it in its true form. In other words, we can say that objectivity is related to the search for truth, and revealing the events in their true form is objectivity. Explaining the meaning of objectivity, A. W. Green writes, objectivity is the willingness and ability to examine evidence or facts impartially. In this definition, two things have been emphasized. One is the desire for impartial study, and the other is on competence. This means that the researcher should have a strong desire to see and express the event in their true form. Aptitude means studying by adopting a neutral approach, that is, being completely free from one's own thought, feelings, values, rituals, preconceptions, etc., and maintaining a scientific approach. Then and then only we are able to keep objectivity in social sciences. According to L. J. Carr, objectivity means that the world of phenomena is a reality independent of any person's belief, hopes, or fears, all of which we can understand not through insights and imagination but through actual observation. It is clear from this definition that the study of the happening world is possible only through impartial observation, in which the researcher's own thoughts, values, beliefs, hopes, desires, and imaginations have no importance. This is known as objectivity. According to Fairchild, objectivity means an ability by which the researcher can keep himself away from the situation of which he himself is a part, and instead of any kind of commitment or attachment or emotion, he can observe various facts in their natural form on the basis of logic, impartiality, and free from prejudices, is known as objectivity. If we keep away ourselves from the facts or the things which we have observed or we are observing and maintain unbiased situation, this is known as objectivity. On the basis of all these definitions, we can say that being unbiased is seeing the events in their true form and portraying them in the same form. A bias-free approach to the researcher, accurate observation and analysis and presentation of fact in their natural form are the basic foundation of objectivity. जब हम ऑब्जेक्टिविटी की बात करते हैं तो चूंकि समाजशास्त्र और समाज विज्ञान में ऑब्जेक्टिविटी रखना असंभव तो नहीं है, पर थोड़ा मुश्किल अवश्य है। वो इस रूप में कि जब हम घटनाओं का अध्ययन करते हैं, व्हेन वी स्टडी द नेचुरल और सोशल फिनोमिना, तो कई बार हम उससे अपने आप को जोड़ लेते हैं क्योंकि वो हमसे जुड़ी हुई घटनाएं हैं, इसलिए अनबायस होना थोड़ा सा मुश्किल है। पर अगर इफ रिसर्चर इज ऑनेस्ट एंड वेल अवेयर अबाउट द सब्जेक्ट, then and then only he can able to maintain the objectivity. जब हम मीनिंग और परिभाषा की बात करें तो then it is one of the important part of objectivity is the importance. Why we want to keep objectivity in social sciences? That is known as the importance of objectivity. The main objective of research is to obtain authentic conclusions, that is knowledge. This is possible only when the study is completely objective. If observation is not done objectively, facts are not collected correctly, if there is a personal bias anywhere in the analysis of those facts, then the conclusions drawn in such a situation cannot be scientific, authentic, or objective. The reality is that the success of research depends on its scientificity, and the basis of this scientificity is objectivity. The importance of objectivity and the need for scientific study will automatically become clear from the following discussions. The first, we want to make sociological study scientific. Whenever we want to use scientific method for the study of social phenomena, then it is important for us to keep objectivity. Some people believe that sociological studies are not scientific and sociology is not a science. The main reason for this type of belief is the complex nature of social events and the subjective viewpoint of the researcher. It is difficult to adopt an objective approach in the study of social phenomena because the researcher personal views, prejudices, attitudes and likes and dislikes destroy the authenticity or scientificity of the study. But if the researcher has the determination to maintain objectivity, then social events can be studied in objective manner. Any study can be made scientific if the events are accurately depicted while maintaining a neutral attitude in the study. इसी आधार पर अगर हम बात करें, व्हेन वी टॉक अबाउट द इन द फील्ड ऑफ सोशियोलॉजी and we talk about the contribution of Durkheim as well as contribution of Max Weber, they contributed certain concepts with the help of scientific inquiry, scientific studies. उनमें से अगर बात करें तो सुसाइड, दैट इज आत्महत्या, इसी तरह से मैक्स वेबर आइडियल टाइप एटसेट्रा, वे सब ऑब्जेक्टिविटी के आधार पर ही समाजशास्त्र में विकसित हुए हैं। और आज हम उनका अध्ययन जब करते हैं, दुर्खीम के धर्म का, दुर्खीम की आत्महत्या का, दुर्खीम के डिवीजन ऑफ लेबर का, और जब मैक्स वेबर की सामाजिक क्रियाओं का या आदर्श प्रारूप का, तो हमें लगता है कि उन्होंने साइंटिफिक मेथड के द्वारा जिस तरह से नए नए कंसेप्ट डेवलप किए, एंड दे केप्ट objectivity in the field of social sciences. The second importance of keep objectivity is to get adequate representative data. We want to collect representative data, for that objectivity is essential. To obtain representative facts regarding social phenomena, units for study are selected with the help of sampling method. This selection must be free from bias and must be done with complete objectivity, otherwise units representing the whole cannot be selected. Furthermore, facts should be collected that fully represent all the characteristics of the aggregate. For this, it is necessary that the techniques of collection should be selected and used not as per convenience but with objectivity. Otherwise, representative facts will not be obtained. For this collection of data, mostly we use either schedule, questionnaire or interview, so that we can keep objectivity in the field of social sciences. The third importance is for successful use of scientific method. We want to use scientific method for our research. For that, objectivity is essential. Use of scientific method is necessary to reach the truth, but authentic or scientific conclusions cannot be obtained by using this method alone. If this method is used with objectivity, then accurate knowledge can be obtained and scientificity can be brought into the study. Objectivity is very important for the successful use of scientific method in study. For verification of facts, we want to verify our collected facts again and again. For that, objectivity is essential. Re-examination or verifiability is an important criteria of success scientificity, and any study can meet this criteria only when objectivity has been maintained at every stage of research. Objectivity is a study means that it is based entirely on facts and not on the researcher's own biased thoughts, feeling or preconception. Objectivity is extremely important for verification of facts and obtaining scientific conclusions. Similarly, to obtain unprejudiced conclusions, the significance of social research lies in the fact that the findings obtained are dependable. If the conclusions obtained on the basis of research are not authentic, if their authenticity cannot be checked, if rules and principles cannot be propounded on their basis, then such research is of no use. To obtain authentic and unbiased conclusions through any study or research, it is necessary to maintain objectivity from beginning to end. In its absence, research will become meaningless. Therefore, the researcher can obtain unbiased conclusions only by adopting an objective approach, and only such conclusions bring a subject into the category of science. Similarly, to enrich real knowledge, we want to increase our knowledge, and that is real knowledge. For that, objectivity is important. Removing the darkness of ignorance is the main task of science, and this task can be accomplished only when an objective approach is adopted and maximum amount of accurate information regarding social events is obtained. When this type of information increases, as a result, our knowledge regarding social life will increase day by day. Therefore, to acquire real knowledge, the researcher will have to remain alert and control his own thoughts and preconceptions. For this, he will have to adopt an objective approach. Similarly, to explore new field of investigation, we want to develop new field of research also, new tools for research also. For that, objectivity is essential. When a researcher moves towards scientific study, he does not adopt an objective approach to find out the facts or understand the social phenomena in the right perspective. When the researcher studies any incident or problem impartially, many unknown facts about it come to light. Many new aspects come to light about which the researcher had never thought about before. Information about new aspects regarding social events or problems helps in developing new areas of research. In future, the researcher can make a new plan of research taking into account these new aspects. All this is possible only when the study is completely scientific and objective. Similarly, to get social problems solved, we want to solve certain social problems in the field of social sciences. For that, objectivity is also important. Many social problems are prevalent in today's modern complex society. This is like a disease in the body of society. Unless we get rid of them, society cannot be made healthy and it cannot be taken forward towards progress. Accurate information about various types of problems can be obtained only with the help of scientific studies. It is absolutely necessary to have objectivity in such studies. Similarly, means and method for achieving objectivity. It is clear from the above description that it is quite difficult to maintain objectivity in studies related to social events. But this does not mean that achieving objectivity is impossible. For this, it is most important that the researchers control themselves, keep themselves free from prejudices and maintain a scientific approach throughout. Researchers control themselves, keep themselves free from prejudices and maintain a scientific approach, and then and then only he maintains the objectivity in sociology and particularly in social sciences. First, standardization of technical terms and concepts. We develop certain concepts, but the concept is standardized, then this objectivity can be maintained. For this, it is necessary that the technical terms and concepts used in sociology should be standardized. They should be used in the same sense by all persons at all places. This will bring objectivity in the study of social events. This is one of the means and methods to maintain objectivity. Second is priority to use for random sampling. There are two important parts. One is universe study, and second is sampling study. And if universe is large in size, then we use sample study. But when we select certain units from the universe, then we use random method, so that we can keep objectivity. In order to bring objectivity in the study, it is necessary that the units from the total should be selected by random sampling method, so that each unit has equal probability of being selected. For this, simple random sample, stratified random sample and multi-stage random sample can be used. Next is use of questionnaire and schedule for collection of data. The questionnaire and schedule contains prescribed questions and standard terminology is used in them. As a result, all respondents interpret the questions the same and the answers they receive are standardized. This maintains objectivity in the study. In sociology, we use schedule and questionnaire for collection of data so that we can maintain objectivity. Use of experimental methods. The use of experimental method is increasing with the aim of bringing greater objectivity in the study of social phenomena. Where this method is used, two equal groups are selected. Of these, one is kept as control group and the other as experimental group. Whenever we use experimental method, we have two groups, one is control group and another is experimental group. No change of any kind is brought about in the control group, whereas in the experimental group an attempt is made to bring about change through any one of the factors. Here the effects of a factor in the experimental group is observed and compared with the control groups. It is clear that experimental method has a lot to do with bringing objectivity in the study of social phenomena. पहले तो सिर्फ प्राकृतिक या नेचुरल साइंसेज में ही they are using experimental method, but nowadays all due to the impact of natural sciences on social sciences, we are using experimental method, particularly in sociology. For this we can keep objectivity and use scientific method for a systematic study. Then use of statistical method. Nowadays every science, whether that may be natural sciences or social sciences, they are try to use statistics for the study of natural phenomena or social phenomena. This will help to keep objectivity. If the findings of the study are presented only in the form of a general description, then the study cannot be objective, because the researcher can distort the facts and present them as per his wish. This deficiency can be overcome by statistical calculations and statistical measurement. Numerical measurements can be easily checked. For this reason, the use of social calculations and statistical measures in the study of social phenomena is increasing day by day. Today we are using statistics in analyzing the social fact. For example, central tendency like mean, median and mode. Similarly, standard deviation, average deviation, quartile deviation. Similarly, we are using correlation, Karl Pearson method or rank difference method. Similarly, we are using chi-square for analysis the social facts, and we are using t-test, analysis of variance, etc., to keep or to maintain objectivity in social sciences. Next is the application of interdisciplinary method. This is most popular method to study any social phenomena, that is known as interdisciplinary method. The study based on collaboration of different sciences is called interdisciplinary study, and at present the importance of this type of study is increasing in social sciences. Nowadays it is clearly being realized that no single factor is responsible for any incident. For example, social, economic, political, cultural and psychological factors are responsible for problems like crime, poverty or corruption. Unless these factors are understood well, real and objective knowledge of any problem, event or subject cannot be obtained. This is the reason why cooperation between different sciences is increasing. As a result, studies related to social events are becoming more and more objective and realistic. हम अधिक से अधिक इंटरडिसिप्लिनरी मेथड को यूज़ कर रहे हैं आज. जैसे हम किसी एक गरीबी का अध्ययन करें तो उसमें समाजशास्त्र के विद्यार्थी को मानवशास्त्र, एंथ्रोपोलॉजी, साइकोलॉजी, इकोनॉमिक्स, पॉलिटिकल साइंस, उन सब को एक साथ जोड़कर हम अगर अध्ययन करें तो अधिक से अधिक हम ऑब्जेक्टिविटी रख सकते हैं। ये सारी अगर बातें हम ध्यान दें, इफ़ वी कीप ऑल द थिंग्स इन द माइंड टू स्टडी द सोशल इवेंट्स और सोशल फिनोमिना और सोशल सब्जेक्ट, then and then only we can keep objectivity. Now we can summarize that objectivity is the first requirement of any science, and not only the requirement, achieving objectivity is also the ultimate objective of science. Achieving this objectivity is not possible unless we find out, see and analyze the fact as they really are. Studying a particular phenomena as it actually is called objective study. It is often alleged in sociology that the researcher is unable to maintain objectivity while studying social phenomena, whereas this is not true. If the researcher is honest and has knowledge of the subject, then he will maintain objectivity in the study. Today, many such methods have been developed in sociology by which objectivity can be maintained. These include statistical method, interdisciplinary methods, schedule, questionnaire, etc., so that we can keep ऑब्जेक्टिविटी इन सोशल साइंसेज। बहुत सारे लोग ये आरोप लगाते हैं कि समाजशास्त्र में ऑब्जेक्टिविटी नहीं रह सकती, पर अगर अध्ययन करने वाला रिसर्चर इज अनबायस्ड एंड हैज़ ए गुड नॉलेज ऑफ द सब्जेक्ट and honest of the method, then he can maintain the objectivity in social sciences also.